After the misunderstanding is resolved, Kurosei's life returns to normal. On this day, like usual, he walks to school together with a large group of classmates. Suddenly, his phone receives a notification. When he opens it, it is just an app notification. Unlike the classmates beside him who are discussing recently watched interesting videos, as for friends, Kurosei has absolutely no friends. There isn't even a single contact in his phone. This is Kurosei's constant pain after entering high school. But if we talk about the concept of friend, the closest person to that would be Haimiya-senpai. Absolutely not. Haimiya-senpai would definitely not agree. But if he doesn't try, how would he know?
If Kurosei suddenly asked Haimiya-senpai for her contact information, it would most likely turn into a situation like this. Haimiya-senpai would definitely look at him with a troubled expression. But if he could get her contact information, then they could chat like friends. So would Haimiya-senpai be willing to add Kurosei's contact? As Kurosei was thinking about this, a familiar voice came from behind him. Yo, Kurosei-kun, good morning. Want to go to school together? Because Kurosei was just thinking about Haimiya, he is suddenly startled by her appearance. Meanwhile, Haimiya herself acts very naturally beside Kurosei, holding a phone with a cat head case, while talking about some recent events. Haimiya-senpai's gentle appearance makes Kurosei very confused. Can he really ask for her contact? After what happened before, Senpai doesn't seem to hate him that much. After preparing himself mentally, Kurosei decides to say it. However, in the next moment, Senpai takes the initiative and asks Kurosei if he wants to go skating. Because his plan is interrupted, Kurosei becomes flustered, which makes Senpai misunderstand. What's wrong, Kurosei-kun? You don't want to go? To this, Kurosei quickly explains that it's absolutely not the case. Then that's good. Senpai's sudden question immediately makes Kurosei give up his plan. He decides to put this matter aside for now. Unexpectedly, Senpai suddenly brings up that last time at the swimming pool, things were rushed and she didn't have time to say it. Kurosei-kun, we are friends, right? So let's exchange contact information. That way, it will be more convenient in the future. At this moment, what Senpai says is exactly what Kurosei has been longing for. So in the next moment, Kurosei suppresses his excitement and hands his contact to Senpai. Senpai pauses for a moment and scans the QR code. Friend request accepted. Kurosei-kun, why don't you even have a profile picture? Facing Senpai's teasing, Kurosei doesn't even have time to respond, because it feels like a dream. His phone finally has a friend. Taking a closer look, Haimiya-senpai's profile is not as scary as imagined. It is actually a cute rabbit with tears, and the rabbit's name is Mion. Wow, such a cute name, right? Because he is too excited, Kurosei accidentally calls Senpai by her name directly. Seeing that Senpai says nothing, Kurosei quickly apologizes. Sorry, I accidentally called your name just now. But Senpai is not angry at all. Instead, she becomes extremely shy. This side of Haimiya-senpai is something Kurosei has never seen before. So when Kurosei wants to ask why, Senpai suddenly punches him several times. After the misunderstanding is resolved, in the next moment, Senpai brings Kurosei to feed small fish. To be honest, Kurosei never thought that Senpai would do something like this. Does Senpai like raising fish? Facing this question, Senpai thinks for a moment. Rather than liking fish, she says she likes the way they sparkle. Fish scales will sparkle when they see light. It feels quite beautiful. Oh, is that so? Senpai says a strange metaphor, which Kurosei cannot understand for a moment. So he immediately finds a chance to take out his phone and translate what Senpai just said. Oh, so Senpai means that this kind of fish tastes especially good when fried with butter. Hearing this, Senpai shows a shocked expression. That was just a joke. Alright, that's all for this episode. Thank you everyone. See you next time. Bye bye.